Welcome to A Sip with Whiskey and Sweet Tea, the short show where your favorite movie-going beverages play games and sip on topics. Schlocktober continues with a review of Mother Monster's latest short film, 911, an artistically bizarre yet pointed take on mental health. Please be advised, spoilers are ahead.
Hey, all you fellow beverage consumers.
What's up, monsters?
Yes, not just any monsters, little monsters. Just recently, we've seen the release of Gaga's new short film, 911. And yes, I do agree with the moniker that it's not just a music video, it is a short film.
Yes.
You know, I am one of the people that is a lifelong scholar of the many music videos of Lady Gaga. So, Whiskey, when you first saw this, first impressions? I want to know, what did you think before I kind of go into kind of some of the symbolism and stuff of it?
So I am a casual fan of the Mother Monster, as
yes.
I said, right? So I like her music a lot. I think she's a really cool chick in real life, and I really like her music videos. I think the last one, I don't know if I've been up on her music videos. I remember, like, I really liked...
was Rain on Me, was right before this one.
Yeah, I like that one, but... Like, as far as, like, being a real big fan of, like, the music video, I remember liking Telephone a whole lot.
Yeah,
that's a really good one.
Telephone's a reference to basically
one.
Every Quentin Tarantino film ever.
She's a cinephile, for sure.
She is.
I am convinced, because, yeah, there's the whole...
I mean, even in Bad Romance, she takes Alfred Hitchcock films and give them sexual connotations.
That, and also there was the whole Put Your Disease in Me from Blue Velvet.
Yes, there's that.
So she is a fan of movies, that is for sure. And you know what? I wonder... Have you seen the movie The Fall?
No.
It's a ridiculously beautiful movie, and it has a lot of visual similarities to this. So I wonder if maybe she took some inspiration from it.
Now, actually, I do know for a fact that she was inspired by a specific film. It wasn't that one. One of the films that actually the poster shows up in the video.
White Sands. I wasn't sure if that was a real film or if that was just like...
No, that's a place. That's a national park in New Mexico. There's another poster that shows up at that same thing. Because if you look... This is in front of a theater that's showing an Armenian film festival. Yeah. So one of the posters is for a movie called The Color of Pomegranates.
Oh, yes.
The Color of Pomegranates.
I have heard of that film.
So actually, it's in the Criterion Collection. It's one that I want to see very soon because of this video.
Kyle Calgren did a video on it.
See, you know what? Everybody loves.
Shout out to that channel, by the way.
Shout out, we love you.
But anyway, so yeah.
But she was very, very inspired by that. There's even specific scenes. It's not even just the aesthetic. Specific scenes that are basically formatted the exact same way a scene in that movie was. Again, I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen people put this scene and the scene from the video side by side. And, you know, I really think that's, you know, a fascinating one. Now, of course, I've never seen the movie, so I can't really speak much on why she chose that film in particular to really go in on the aesthetics with. But I do want to speak a lot about, you know, what the message of this movie is and what a lot of the symbolism in the movie is. That is, not the movie, the short film is, that's very relevant even in today's, you know, climate. So, you know, the song 911, it's about essentially taking a medication in response to a mental disorder that she has. She takes an antipsychotic, I don't know what it's called, for not only for pain but for anxiety, fibromyalgia, yeah. And so that's talking about how, because the disorder that she does have, it's not something that you take like a regimented medication for, like every day. Essentially, you take it as needed, which is why the song's all about Papa 911, because much like you don't have the police on standby every day in case there's an emergency, you know, you know to call them.
Unless you're in a gated community.
Unless you're in a gated community and, like, basically super well.
Honey, I heard a noise!
I heard a noise! Quick!
It's Schlocktober. It must be that damn Michael Myers again.
It must be Michael Myers again. Quick, you know, cover our gold-plated walls.
So
if you look at the video, one of the things I really, really do appreciate about this is it really does a very, very fantastic job of illustrating the struggle between the body and the mind. If anybody who's ever had some sort of mental disorder, and it doesn't have to be like something super severe, you know, even just depression and anxiety, which, you know, I've suffered through, and I think you have suffered through, to Whiskey.
Like, I mean, like, that's the thing. I've never been, like, medicated for anything.
But, like, but you can at least get the concept of, you know, that there is a disconnect between essentially what your mind is doing and what your body is doing.
Well, I do have some experience with people who are close to me who are on
Correct.
medication. I know that there's like kind of a especially if the medication is not vibing well with you, you can
Right.
have kind of a loss of reality.
Yeah.
Like you can just completely check out. So I understand that. The thing that almost kind of, I saw this video weeks ago, like back when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the video and I liked the song, and I was like, what is this about? Because like the film itself, like as a short film, it's like, oh, she got into an accident. But I was like, is that what happened, or is this about, and all the fans in the comments were like, explaining stuff, like, talking about their own experiences or like how this relates. So like I got some extra context from you. So from that I learned more about it. But the thing I thought was kind of neat in just as the short film is how she's kind of, she's dying before the paramedics get to her, and it's like she takes things from around her and creates like a world of like just stuff that she's seeing at the last stuff that she saw is like become her afterlife almost.
It's become its afterlife, and if you watch it, first off, we have the first reference to the color of pomegranates because she wakes up from in the desert with bike crash, but then she was carrying in reality, if I remember correctly, in reality it's apples, but in the weird world she's in, it's pomegranates, and pomegranates kind of represent sort of temptation, and I believe, and to some extent, death as well in like Greek culture. And then we have the horseman, the unseen horseman that she follows, who obviously symbolizes death, going into essentially this world. And when you watch it the first time, there are some stuff that you kind of chuckle at that are a little.
The guy hitting his head into the pillow is still
it's still kind of hilarious. Yeah,
I know that there's probably some symbolic relevance, but I'm sorry, it's never not funny every time I see it.
I know, but the symbolism is that he's the guy who was hit his head in the airbag in the car. And then there's just a lot of stuff. What I really like about this is something that you can watch 9 million times and still find something new each time you watch this. Like, it wasn't until like the third or fourth time I'd watched that I even realized, the fact that the doctor woman and the paramedic are coming down is because they're landing in a helicopter.
Yeah, you're right. Like, there's a lot of like dense information in this. Mm-hmm. The last time I felt that way about a music video was This Is America.
Yes.
Because that was another one where, there's just so much going on, especially at the end, where it's like every time you watch it, you'll notice another detail that's like, in the background or something. So, yeah, I agree.
And also, I just really like that she took the time, because she had talked about this as a very personal project for her because of her own struggles with mental health. That's something I connected with my own struggles, and I really appreciated how that's an incredibly, even right now, a brave thing to do. To really sort of take control of yourself and be comfortable enough to talk about it.
Well, and also starting a conversation, because a lot of, again, like just even in the YouTube video, a lot of the comments are like people sharing their own stories, and connecting it's
people like, oh my god, I remember the first time I saw this at the end when she's when we're back to reality, and one thing she says, I don't want to die. Something about that just got me, and I'm just like, that kind of just feels like, and with somebody who does kind of struggle with these issues, I've kind of felt like there is this what your body is willing to do and what you want to do, and usually in an ideally mentally healthy person, those two connect. You'll have your off days every so often, but for the most part, and that's something that mine don't connect on. And so when she said that, I really felt like, because I'm telling myself all the time, I don't want to be, this type of person, or I don't want to be,
my
this
biggest enemy.
Exactly. I don't want to be I don't want to be my enemy. And so that's that cry for help at the end is something.
I don't think that's even limited to people with mental health issues.
Oh yeah.
We self-sabotage all the time.
Oh yeah.
Even just making unhealthy decisions.
Right.
Like getting that damn cheeseburger after a long day of work, or something.
Or in my case, 6 cheeseburgers.
You gotta, come on, 7's a lucky number. You gotta
make it.
You gotta round it out. No,
I rounded out with a large Sprite, a large fry, and a McFlurry. That's how I rounded it.
Gotta get that Taco 12 pack.
But
yeah, like
there's that. But she also did some commentary in there about, especially right now. Unfortunately, there's a debate going on between whether what doctors are saying is even valid, because for some reason people wanted to politicize certain health events. And if you look at the video, the doctor in the video, in her vision, what is she? What kind of shape does she evoke for you?
Oh man,
like you know what she looks like, right?
We literally just watched this video, and again with the dense visual information, it's like I'm trying to think of, because everyone's wearing elaborate costumes, and now I'm trying to remember what the actress who played the doctor, the white actress. One. Oh,
the actress wasn't white. She was wearing a lot of white lace, and she had the red cross on her chest.
Ooh. Well, maybe like priestess kind of.
She had that sort of pointed hat that you kind of see the Pope or a bishop.
Okay, yes.
So, and I think
for some reason it's the dude with the wide brimmed hat, black costume that I was like stuck on. That's
right.
Like, I think it's the nameless man on the horse. Like
yeah.
Again, with this video, it's hard to really take everything in.
I just realized that those are the same people. That's so embarrassing.
Yeah, life and death.
Yeah.
The doctors are one's life, one's death.
No. I'm talking about at the end, there's that one guy who points his gun out or whatever, and he has the hat. I just realized he's the same person who's on the horse this whole time, but that's like the only time we really see him.
I gotcha. There you go. We're like remembering things as we're going.
But the fact that she chose, and that was not actually, she's been a very big proponent of listen to your medical professionals right now. You know, do what you need to say to stay healthy. So I don't think it's an accident she chose to put the medical professional in essentially a costume that represents, at least in Catholicism, the ultimate earthly authority on matters. And I really thought, even she's making this video about her own home personal struggles with this, but she's able to put in some relevant commentary for people who aren't in this. It's stuff that they need to know and realize. And so, this is just a video that's one of those, it's a feast for the eyes, but it's not just a feast for the eyes, it's a feast for the soul. I just think because there's just so much meaning that's packed in here.
Yeah,
it's not an empty, video.
I just appreciate that she's a cinephile, because
yes.
You mentioned Rain on Me. Not my favorite song, sorry, all of you fans out there, but the video is really cool.
Yeah,
I love the video, not too into the song, but that's like the thing with all of her movies. Like I was talking about Telephone, it's like all Quentin Tarantino references. Like that's something I really connect with her as far as like her music videos. Like you feel like you're watching a little 5-minute movie.
Well, and like I was talking to her, I'm like, I think this is her best video since
I think this might be her best video ever, honestly.
If not, I think it's her best video since Alejandro. And
that's a good one too.
But then I forgot about Mary the Night came like 2 videos later. So
that's the other she cares, because like every time she releases an album, she has a music video for almost every song.
Right.
Your average artist, they pick like the 3 top selling songs and then they just do those. She does like a whole album of music videos, which is cool. And for someone like me who likes music videos.
And because you're also a cinephile, you appreciate visual storytelling, and so to see it carried out with much that care, that's something else too.
It's cool. It's cool to see like you care about it instead of just
right. Now, I will say this, because this will be sort of controversial, because this has been such a dry year as far as cinema goes. I do think this should be eligible for short film, at least a nomination.
Yeah, dude.
Because it's not. Anytime I bring up something like this,
so few releases that I know you won't even get a Pixar short film this year. I guess Onward did come out, so I forgot what the short film was.
That was The Simpsons. Maggie meets the.
That was an okay one.
That was an okay one, yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree. Honestly, with everything being so just like.
But also knowing the Academy, they'll be like, oh, it's just a pop song. They're not gonna bother to look past that, which kind of makes me sad.
I don't think they're gonna do it either. But I'd be open to it. I don't. That's the thing. Music videos, just in general, I feel because again, I like music videos. Usually, especially if a band has a legit music video for their song, I really like to see what they decide to do, because it can be really creative, and I do think it's kind of a medium that's sort of shrugged off, and I think a lot of even modern musicians don't put a lot of thought into their music video.
Well, I mean, if you look back,
there's songs I like where I watch the music video and I'm like, this is crap.
This is the sucky. Like one of my favorite songs of like the past 2 years, I think, was "Sweet But Psycho." loved the song. I was kind of disappointed by the video, and I feel bad because I think it's just because that was her first single and she was a new artist, so she didn't have a budget or anything else. But I know what you mean about it's just like this is just a terrible video. Who made this?
Yeah, man.
Especially if you look at the single art for Sweet But Psycho, and it looks like she's like in this like really adorable like psychiatric ward, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a cool video concept. Wasn't the video at all.
Exactly. So yeah, no, and we talked about this some episode long time ago. I can't even, but like I'm all for expanding the Academy Awards to having categories for things like stunt performance, animal actors. Yeah. I don't see why music video can't be a new category, because no offense to the MTV VMAs or anything, but it's like it's kind of just like a bit of a
it's basically
it's an ego trip for people who already have.
It is a 2-hour concert that has the bonus of giving out awards.
Yeah, basically, and I don't think
I've never taken the VMAs like super seriously.
No, and that's the thing. Like it's. Again, I think music videos should be kind of recognized as a bigger art form.
Right.
But the only thing you have is like a 2-hour like MTV special, you know? And it's kind of going to the people who are just like the top pop musicians. Yeah. Like, I don't think that the videos win based on merit, just based on whether the artist is like in the, platinum or kind of like as we were just talking about, there might be a song that's really good and the artist is already like
established,
super established, and then the video wins something just because it's so
how often do we forget about Single Ladies being the best music video ever?
Yeah,
which I watched it. I'm like, it's not bad, but it's like there's nothing amazing.
I remember when that came out, and a lot of friends of mine were like saying it's genius, and I think the song is really good. But I will say I do think it's kind of cool. If I remember correctly, it is uncut, so it is like the whole dance is just off. Like there's no edits.
They learned a 4-minute dance. That's not a normal.
So, it's not, but it's still...
So for me, that was like,
it's still worth something, but again, like, at least as far as filmmaking goes, and that's the thing, too, Beyonce has gotten better since that video. You got Lemonade, which is essentially an album,
the visual
movie,
album, yeah.
And then recently she just directed a movie that's on Disney+.
Oh, Black is King.
Yeah,
is what it's called.
So like, she has grown as an artist. I don't think she directed that music video or anything, but like
I don't think a lot of the stuff she's done recently, she is kind of involved in establishing the concept in name only. She's not really like
anyway.
But the point.
Sorry, Beehive, but like I will say that that's not one of her best videos. Best song, sure.
I don't think so. It's a cool video, but it's just like it was just a black and white video of people dancing.
But I do have a lot of respect for when there's like actual like effort put into the video, and especially if there's like a message to the song. I like it when there's like effort put into telling a story with the music video. And like hopefully especially if the Oscars is looking to like,
well, they changed their rules because if they hadn't, we would have had Sonic the Hedgehog and Birds of Prey up for Best Picture, which terrified them. So they suddenly, for just this year only, made streaming movies eligible.
Ha!
Which I'm like, that's so jacked up of you to do that.
It's been a year. What can I say? I can't believe it's already October.
But
Schlocktober.
But we can all just pop a 911, and as long as it's prescribed by your medical physician. Anyway, what did you all think of Gaga's new video?
Are you gonna dress up for Halloween as any of the characters in the music video?
I was going to, but then I rewatched The Book of Life and I decided to do La Muerte.
If you decide to dress as any of these crazy costumes from this music video, be sure to tweet it at us.
Yeah, tweet us some pictures, and if we like it, we'll comment. And even if we don't like it, we'll be nice and at least give you a shout out.
What's your favorite music video? Leave it down in the comments. Please subscribe if you enjoyed, or don't. We still love you.
And hit that notification bell. Ding.
Stay thirsty, guys. We'll see you next time, but thank you for joining us.
And we will catch you in the next one.
A Sip with Whiskey and Sweet Tea is a production of La Prince Laboratories. It is edited by Pat Mars and produced by Alejandro Castillo, with original artwork by Asa Sparza. Follow us on Twitter @ReelsOnTheRocks and tweet at us with any movies or topics you'd like us to discuss in the future.